Hey, what's up YouTube? Today I'm traveling the country once again on twos, and in this video I leave out of New Orleans, where I visited with family, and headed home to Kentucky using the Natchez Trace. It's always a great time when I get to ride with my brother and my cousin. Don't have any video, but we did get a few pictures. Since my sister knows that I keep my camera with me, she asked me to exercise my photography skills and shoot a few pictures of the family. Friday morning I got up and headed back to Kentucky. I crossed the Crescent City Connection, got off at the Chopper Toolers exit, rode past the Convention Center and the Riverwalk, and headed to Canal Street. Canal Street will always hold a special place in my heart because as children my mom would take us out there on Sunday afternoons after church, just to kind of walk through a French Quarter and enjoy the city. I remember getting off the ferry and marveling at the streetcars, the palm tree lined streets, all the different windows and all the people. Sometimes we headed down Decatur, deep into the French Quarter, passing by Jackson Square and Cafe Du Monde. Those were like some really great days. Since I'm no longer living in New Orleans, I had to act like a tourist. So of course I had to stop in front of the St. Louis Cathedral and snap a couple pictures of the bike. After a few photos, it was time to navigate the city for one last time for this trip. I continued down Decatur, passed by the French Market, hooked a left on the Esplanade, and headed deep into the heart of the French Quarter. Early mornings in New Orleans are a time of transition. Some folks are just now finally closing their eyes while others are getting up and about to get their day started. I was about to get my trip started, so I checked the luggage one last time, typed Natchez into my GPS, and finally got started on my trip.
The route is being calculated.
Time to head out to the Natchez Trace. As I powered out the city, I couldn't help but reminisce on the good memories. And as I hit the spillway, I couldn't help but anticipate the ride on the way. Alright, so it's going to be my second time trying to do the Natchez Trace. First time I tried to do it on the bike, I went and got the bike service the day before I started out on the trip, and when I got the oil changed I ended up with a really big oil leak, so I ended up riding the Trace the next day, but I was doing it in my Flex. So this will be my first time getting a chance to do it on the bike. So you see I got 449 miles until I get to Nashville. I'm not doing that all today. I'm gonna do up until Tupelo. I'm gonna stay in Tupelo for the night, and then I'll ride on into Nashville and finish up in Kentucky tomorrow. Now this first half, not very exciting. First time I did it, I don't think I didn't have any problems with the first half, but as far as like just amazing scenery, that really didn't occur until I hit like Tennessee or the Alabama portion of the Trace. So this first half it's relaxing, but it is honestly kind of boring. But I mean, it is a ride I want to tick off the bucket list. I have seen everything that's on it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and push on through this first half today, give me some rest tonight, and then tomorrow be prepared for the real scenery. Found this waterfall. Has a little creek and whatnot beneath it. Nice, serene area. Like the only problem with the area is there's like a million mosquitoes out here. And because I'm on my third take of this video, because my phone's not recording the way it's supposed to, I am getting ate to death out here. So I'm hoping that there's enough of me left to get to Jackson and get some lunch and then get to Tupelo for a room tonight. If not, man, I hope somebody finds this and says, you know what, hey, we didn't even realize this waterfall is back here, because when I go to the top, I'm gonna take a video of the sign. The sign says the waterfall doesn't run anymore. But y'all see, it's running. I mean, it ain't Niagara, but it's running. Yeah. So if we could do like nature without the bugs, I would be in heaven, because I'm from the city and I don't like bugs. But until I remember to bring some off with me, I'm gonna get up out of here, because I'm tired of getting bit up and they're just flying and whatnot, and who knows, might go get like their mama or daddy and then the big bugs come out. So let's get out of here while the little bugs is the only things that's bothering me. All right, I'm gonna see you up the top of the hill. See, I'm doing a little climbing up to this beside the hill by the creek. I was reminded very quickly to watch my speed by the side of a person on the side of the road stopped by a park ranger. I continued to Jackson when all of a sudden yes, the skies opened up and the rain was here to stay. So I'm running from rainstorms right now. I was just in Jackson, major downpour. I just went ahead, sat inside at the gas station, had me some chicken tenders and some fried okra, trying to wait out the storm. I decided I'm gonna go ahead on and get on the road anyway. So I threw on the wet weather gear. This is like one of the few things that are military grade that really are like, exceptional as far as keeping you dry. I had bought some real cheap wet weather gear one time from Walmart. Shit tore up on me. But this right here, I've been using this for a minute. Took it to El Paso. Had it when we went out to Utah. And it's holding together pretty well. I mean, I was expecting it to like finally go ahead and tear up, since it's not really made to be on the bike when you in the rain. But it's holding up. It's holding up really well. But you can probably hear the thunder in the background. Of course, it gets quiet now, but it's been kind of rumbling. So I'm anticipating that these next 100 miles are going to probably be kind of wet. Now, if they're not, I'm going to be very happy. But if they are, then, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Made it to Tupelo, so all is good there. Some lessons learned today. Number one, you don't praise the military grade gear before you finish the mission. That stuff melted on me. Like all the insides, whatever it is that makes it waterproof, is gone. So like, I have a whole nother day worth of riding tomorrow. I don't have any wet weather gear. I ain't trying to wait around for somebody to open up for me to buy none. So I think it's gonna be a long, cold day tomorrow. Good thing is, when I checked the forecast, I noticed that like pretty much anything before, I think it was 10 o'clock here, this was like 0.01 to 0.03. Now if I get after that, it's like scattered thunderstorms. But as I move further north, everything stays pretty low as far as the expected rain totals. So I'm hoping that means light showers, spotty showers, so I'm not just running it in like a consistent rain. Because there were times today where I was like an hour straight just in the water, which is probably why whatever that waterproofing material was that was in those wet weather clothes, it just disintegrated. Like when I pulled off the gear, it looked like I had confetti all over my shirt, all over my arms and whatnot. It just, when I say it melted, it melted. But the ride was still pretty good. I mean, yes, it was
was wet, it was cold, it was slow. But I don't know, anytime you're on two wheels is always a good thing, right? And I definitely was enjoying the ride. I said earlier, low Tupelo is boring. Let me rephrase that. Low Tupelo may not be immediately entertaining, but this entire ride is like a history lesson. The Trace travels along what used to be like a major trading route for both the indigenous people and early settlers. So like there's different things along there if you would get a chance to stop. Like I didn't get to stop too much today because of all the rain. But as I was passing by it, I'm noticing, there's a whole lot going on as far as historical sites, information on boards, and things of that nature. I will say this, whoever designed this should have put a visitor center at both ends. Because if I remember correctly, the last time I did this, as I keep moving further north, I'm going to run into the visitor center for the entire Trace, which is going to have the map for all the different things that are located on the Trace. It will help to have that when you start. And normally you can start from the top or the bottom, and I can start in the middle and then go run one end and then come back and run the other end. But that's neither here nor there. The ride itself is not bad. If you get a chance, try it. Don't expect to ooh and ah the whole time, but do expect to enjoy being on tubes. So I'm about to give me some sleep because I'm tired. I finally got my pizza. I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna get up in the morning, I'm gonna finish this up. So I will holler at y'all on the next one later.